Hello guys, this is Gingineer. Welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. So ngayon magsasagot tayo ng ating mock test number 2. So paalala ko lang ulit guys, kung hindi nyo pa nasasagutan, punta muna kayo sa comment section, ilalagay ko yung link netong ating mock test number 2. Okay, so start na tayo. So simulan natin guys sa general info, number 1 question. Under the 1987 Constitution, sovereignty resides in... Saan yan? Okay. So, syempre guys, that is letter C, the people. Okay? So, yung sovereignty natin belongs to the people. Ayan. So, next tayo. Which of the following is not a constitutional commission? Yan ha. So, constitutional commission, A, Civil Service Commission, B, Commission on Audit, C, Commission on Elections, D, Commission on Human Rights. Okay. So, meron tayo ditong tatlong constitutional commissions. Yung CSC or yung Civil Service Commission, yung COA or Commission on Audit, and Commission on Elections or yung COMELEC. Pero, hindi kasama sa Constitutional Commission si Commission on Human Rights. So, sagot natin dito, letter D. Okay? Ayan. So, question number 3. Which constitutional principle prevents any one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Okay. So, yung government power natin is divided among executive, legislative, and judicial. Yun yung tatlong branches natin to prevent the abuse of power. So, sagot natin dito guys is separation of powers. Number 4, under the 1987 Constitution, who has the power to approve or veto bills passed by Congress? Okay? So, passed by Congress, ibig sabihin galing na sa legislative to, no? So, ibig sabihin guys, sino ba yung taga-pirma ng batas natin? Okay, that is the President or under executive branch. Okay? So, pag sinabing executive, siya yung taga-enforce ng batas natin and pwede rin niyang i-veto yung bill. President lang yung nakakagawa nun. Okay? Question number 5. Ayan, so alam naman na siguro ng karamihan to. The Bill of Rights is found in which article of the 1987 Constitution? So that is letter C. Matatagpuan siya sa Article 3. Question number 6. Which chamber of Congress has the exclusive power to initiate all cases of impeachment? Ayan, so syempre that is from House of Representatives. Sila yung nag-i-initiate guys ng impeachment. Pero ang nagde-decide, 'di ba, from House of Representatives ini-initiate nila yung impeachment. And then ipapasa yan sa Senate and yung Senate yung magde-decide. Okay? Pero since initiate kasi yung keyword natin, so House of Representatives. A natural-born citizen who is at least 40 years old, a registered voter, and has resided in the Philippines for at least 10 years may qualify to become... Ayan. So, madami tayong keyword dito, no? Ito, isa na to. 40 years old. Ayan. And syempre, ayan pa yung mga ibang qualification to become a president. Okay. So, next tayo. Which constitutional commission is tasked with safeguarding the merit system in government services? So, alam naman natin yan. That is CSC or Civil Service or Commission or Civil Service Commission. Ayan. So, number 9 tayo. Which of the following is a constitutional right of an accused person in a criminal prosecution? Ayan. So, A, the right to refuse all court's appearances. B, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. C, the right to choose the judge handling the case. D, the right to avoid arrest under all circumstances. Ayan. So, sagot natin dito guys is letter B. Hanggat hindi napapatunayan, hanggat hindi pa tapos yung kaso, hindi mo pa pwedeng sabihin na guilty na. Hanggat hindi ka pa nililitis. Okay? So, the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. So, last question guys for general info. The President may declare martial law in case of invasion or rebellion. Ayan yung keyword natin invasion or rebellion. So, A. Congress approves beforehand. B. Public safety requires it. C. The Supreme Court orders it. D. The Vice President recommends it. So, sagot natin dito guys, syempre, yung keyword natin, kapag merong invasion, may rebellion, so, public safety requires it. Okay? Ayan. So, may terrorism na nangyayari. So, kailangan na yan for public safety. Okay, so, verbal naman tayo guys. Question number 11. Okay, so the mayor's decision was considered prudent because it prevented unnecessary spending. So, highlighted word natin dito guys is prudent. So, anong meaning ng prudent guys? Well, syempre, kapag nag-identify tayo ng mga words, una nating titignan or dapat alam natin, dapat malalim yung vocabulary natin, no? So, una nating aalamin, positive ba yan or negative? Okay? So, prudent guys is positive naman. So, it means acting wisely and carefully. Especially kapag gumagawa ka ng decision. Okay? So, letter B yung sagot natin, wise and careful. So, parang mga negative naman itong ibang choices natin. Okay, so next tayo guys. After reviewing the records, the auditor found several discrepancies between the reported and actual expenses. Ayan. So, pag sinabing discrepancies, guys, yan yung difference or merong inconsistencies between sa dalawang bagay. Okay? Ayan. So, siguro, yung nagastos, hindi akma doon sa reported na actual na expenses. Kaya, mayroong discrepancies. Okay? So, merong differences. So, letter C. Okay. Which word is closest in meaning to impartial? Ayan. So, lagi nating na papakinggan itong word na impartial, no? So, pag sinabing impartial, guys, fair or pantay. Ayan. So, merong ginagamit siya for impartial investigation. Ganyan. So, fair investigation. So, sagot natin dito, guys, is letter A. Fair or pantay. Okay? Not bias toward either side. So, question number 14 guys, which word is opposite in meaning to scarcity? So, opposite ayan. So, pag sinabing scarcity kasi, it means na kakulangan. Ayan. So, kulang. So, merong shortage. So, ang opposite niya, syempre, abundance, di ba? Ayan. So, letter B. Or marami. Ayan. So, hindi nagkukulang. So, question number 15 tayo. Choose the correct sentence. So, the number of complaints have increased this month. The number of complaints are increasing this month. The number of complaints has increased this month. The number of complaints were increased this month. So, parang ito lang naman sila nagkakaiba. Ayan. So, ano ba yung natin dito? Subject natin. Hindi tayo magbe-base sa complaints kasi may off dito. So, yung number kasi, yung ating subject. And mapapansin natin, yung ginamit dyan is the. Tandaan nyo kapag the, singular. Kapag plural. Ayan, so isulat ko nga para hindi nyo makalimutan. Plural. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin guys, ang gagamitin natin is mag-a-agree siya dapat. So, has ang dapat nating gamitin dyan. Yung mga iba naman, naka-plural form naman sila. So, silang naman yung naiiba. So, letter C ang ating sagot. Okay? So, dapat kasi i-take nyo yung singular verb din, which is has. So, number 16 guys, the committee postponed the announcement. Blank several documents were still under review. Okay. So, anong tamang sagot natin dito? So, na-postpone, no? So, ibig sabihin, negative na, yan, statement yan. So, bakit na-postpone? So, anong pwede nating sabihin dito? Unless? Hindi rin naman unless. Ano yung rason kung bakit na-postpone? Ayan, so, several documents were still under review. So, because, ayan, so pwede itong because guys. So, letter B yung sagot natin. Pag sinabi mong despite kasi, ibig sabihin, kung negative man yung nauna, dapat still positive yung susunod or merong strong contradiction. Halimbawa, despite the reason, ganon, natuloy pa rin yung ating announcement, ganon. So, pwede mong gamitin yung despite. Pero since, yun nga, hindi natuloy, binibigay lang naman yung rason, so, because yung pwede nating gamitin dyan. Okay? And therefore, mali rin yan. Okay? So, question number 17, a person who is tenacious does not easily give up despite difficulties. So, what does tenacious mean? So, anong pwede nating sagot dito? So, pag sinabing tenacious kasi, it means na determined siya or unwilling to give up, no? So, ang tamang sagot natin dito is persistent. Ayan. So, pag persistent ka, hindi ka kaagad-agad sumusuko. Fearful, impulsive, doubtful, mga negative words naman natin yung mga yan. Kaya letter E yung sagot natin. So, question number 18. Neither the budget officer nor the department heads blank aware of the policy revision. Ayan. So, pag nakakita kayo guys ng neither na may kapartner na nor or either or, ganyan, either or neither nor, ayan. So, papansinin nyo guys yung pinakamalapit na subject. So, nearest subject. And doon kayo magbe-base. So, ang pinakamalapit na subject dito is department heads. So, plural siya, di ba? Ayan. So, since plural yan, so, ang tamang gamit dito is R, di ba? Or letter D. Ayan. So, yun lang, yung kailangan nyong tandaan, yung pinakamalapit na subject, doon kayo magbe-base. Okay? Sa 19 naman, the witness gave a coherent explanation that everyone easily understood the sequence of events. The word coherent means, anong sagot natin dito? So, anong meaning ng coherent? Ayan. So, pag sinabing coherent, guys, it means clear, organized, and logical. Ayan. So, logical. So, letter B tayo. Okay? Yan. So, the scholarship was granted blank. The applicant demonstrated both academic excellence and financial need. So, parang same lang siya kanina, no? Parang sinasabi kasi ng ito, parang ano to Ito yung reason. Ito yung reason, I mean dito sa baba. Binigay, ayan malito. Andito yung reason. Binigay yung scholarship kasi the applicant demonstrated both academic excellence and financial need. Kaya, kapag merong rason, pinapaliwanag lang kung bakit ganon yung ating statement number 1. So, pag may rason, ang gagamitin natin dyan is because. Kasi the scholarship was granted because, di ba? Yun yung dahilan. Because the applicant demonstrated both academic excellence and financial need. Hindi naman pwedeng although, unless, whereas. So, medyo malalayo naman ng mga yan. Okay? Ayan. So, next tayo guys. The lawyer presented compelling evidence that convinced the jury. So, the word compelling means, ayan. So, pag sinabing compelling guys, persuasive. Ayan. Persuasive, convincing. So, letter B yung sagot natin. Okay? So, mababasa nyo naman sa sentence guys. And pwede nyo lang gamitin ito kung hindi kayo sigurado sa mga vocabulary words ninyo, mahina man, pwede nyo gamitin itong mga choices natin isa-isa. Ipalit nyo dito sa compelling. Tignan nyo kung ano yung magiging tamang sagot. Okay? So, number 22 tayo. Choose the opposite of transparent. Ayan, transparent, yung opposite yung kukunin natin. Opposite. As used in government operations. So, naririnig nyo naman siguro to guys. Transparency. Or dapat open kayo. Lahat ng mga projects, lahat ng mga pinagkagastusan, dapat pinapakita nyo sa taong bayan, di ba? So, opposite yung tinatanong. So, dapat, ang opposite ng transparent is secretive, di ba? Yung hindi mo na pinapakita, pinapaalam, yun. So, Question number 23. The proposal was initially rejected, but after several revisions, it became feasible. The word feasible means, so pag sinabing feasible guys, doable. Ayan, so pwede mo siyang gawin, no? Possible siyang gawin. So pag nag-base naman kasi tayo guys sa ating mga choices, makikita nyo kagad kung saan ba dyan yung positive and negative words natin. Sabi ko nga kanina, possible or doable. So, X na kagad si impossible. Si expensive, X na rin yan. Si delayed, X na rin yan. So, feasible guys, ang kahulugan niyan is practical. Okay? Yan. So, choose the correct sentence. So, everyone in the training sessions were attentive. Everyone in the training sessions have been attentive. Everyone in the training sessions is attentive. Everyone in the training sessions are attentive. So, anong tamang sagot dito, guys? Okay? So, dito lang naman sila nagkakaiba, di ba? Ayan. So, ang subject kasi natin dito, guys, is everyone. And alam natin, guys, na yung everyone is singular. Okay? So, since singular yung everyone, guys, so it uses is. So, letter C yung sagot natin. And mapapansin nyo naman kagad guys, si is lang naman yung naka-singular form dyan. Diba? Question number 25. The manager asked employees to arrive early blank. They could prepare the venue before the guests arrive. Ayan. So, kung nahihirapan kayo dito guys, pwede nyo namang isa-isayin yung choices, ilagay nyo sa blank. Diba? Pero, pag sinabi nga so that kasi, it shows purpose. Diba? May purpose siya. So, they arrive early to prepare the venue. Ayan. So, yun yung purpose nila. Kaya so that yung sagot natin. Despite kasi strong contradiction to, 'di ba? Pero hindi pwedeng gamitin dito. Although mali rin unless mali rin. Okay? So that yung ating sagot. Sa question number 26, the professor's reputation for integrity earned the respect of students and colleagues. The word integrity means, ayan. So, pag sinabing integrity guys, ibig sabihin honesty, and syempre yung strong moral principles natin. Yan. So, may integridad. Ganun. Okay? So, anong sagot natin dito? Ayan, sinabi ko na, yung honesty. So, letter B. Okay? Ayan, so 27, a person who missed the boat most likely. So, idioms naman tayo, no? So, anong meaning ng miss the boat? Okay. So, pag sinabing idioms guys, so wag nyong ililiteral, no? So, traveled late, mali yan. Won a prize, mali yan. Made a discovery, mali yan. So, miss the boat na nga lang, di ba? So, ang other meaning for this idiom is lost an opportunity. Yan. So, next tayo guys. Yan. So, reading comprehension tayo, no? Many agencies now use online portals to process applications. These systems shorten waiting times, improve accuracy, and make services more accessible to the public. What is the main idea of the passage? Yan. So, tignan natin. So, choice A. Agencies should hire more employees. B. Online portals improve public services. C. Applications are difficult to process. D. Waiting times are unavoidable. So, ano pa yung pinag-uusapan natin dito guys? Di ba yung online portals to process applications? Yan no, now use online portals. Di ba? And sabi dito, the system shorten waiting times. Ayan yung pinag-uusapan natin, yung paggamit ng online portals. So, since nag-i-improve siya, kapag ginagamit natin, nag-i-improve yung system natin. So, ang sagot natin dito guys is online portals improve public services. Okay? Many agencies now use online portals. So, parang yung kanina lang, no? So, magkakasunod naman ito. So, punta na tayo guys sa question. According to the passage, online portals helps improve. Ayan. So, anong sagot natin dito guys? A. Accuracy, B. Transportation, C. Construction, D. Security. Ayan. So, accuracy yung sagot natin. Ayan. So, malalayo naman na guys yung transportation, construction, tsaka security, di ba? So same passage pa rin. Question number 30, which benefit is not mentioned in the passage? Okay, so A, improve accuracy. So okay yan, 'di ba? Kasi sagot nga natin dun sa last kanina. Yan. So benefit yan, shorter waiting times, benefit rin yan. Greater accessibility, benefit din. Lower taxes. So wala namang na-mention kasi guys na kapag gumamit ka nung online portal, mababawasan na yung taxes natin, di ba? So yan yung not mentioned. Okay? Question number 31. The city implemented measures to mitigate flooding during the rainy season. So the word mitigate means, so pag sinabing mitigate guys, so ibig sabihin binabawasan mo or nire-reduce mo yung severity ng isang bagay. Okay? So ang tamang sagot natin dito is reduce. Okay. Question number 32. One of the applicants blank withdrawn from the selection process. So, ito guys, dito tayo magbe-base, no? Ayan. Kapag meron kasi tayong off, ang magbe-base ka dito sa pinakauna. Kasi parang pang-describe lang itong may off. So, wag kang mag-base dito sa applicants. Mag-base ka dun sa una. Yan yung subject natin. Yung one guys, that is one of the applicants, singular yan, di ba? So since singular yan, it takes has, okay? So has yung tamang sagot natin. Lahat ng guys, yung mga subject na merong of, magbe-base ka sa unahan. Huwag kang mag-base dito. Okay? So number 33 tayo. The employee received recognition for being diligent in completing assigned tasks. So anong meaning guys ng diligent? Ayan, so A, careful and hardworking. B, curious. C, friendly. D, nervous. Ayan, so obviously, so pag sinabing diligent, yan, hardworking ka, di ba? And attentive to duties. So letter A. So which word is closest in meaning to concise? A, brief. B, lengthy. C, repetitive. D, confusing. So pag sinabing brief guys, syempre short but complete. Yun yung concise, di ba? Concise, yun din yung meaning niya. So letter A. Okay? Yan, so Filipino words naman tayo ha. Sa kabila ng kanyang pag-aatubili, tinanggap niya rin ang alok na posisyon matapos ang mahabang pag-iisip. So anong kasing kahulugan guys ng pag-aatubili? Okay? So pag sinabing nag-aatubili ka, nag-hesitate ka, nagda-doubt ka, hindi ka sure, no? So ang kasing kahulugan dito is ayan, so pag-aalinlangan. Nag-aalinlangan ka. Nagdadalawang isip. Ayan. So letter B. Okay, so ang mga payag ng saksi ay salungat sa mga ebidensyang nakalap ng mga investigador kaya't lalo pang naging masalimuot ang kaso. Ang salitang salungat ay nangangahulugang, so pag sinabing salungat, so kabaliktaran, no? Or opposite or contradicting yung naging statement ng saksi. Kaya napahaba palalo yung investigation nila. Ayan, so anong meaning ng kasalungat guys? Kabaligtaran. So letter C. Okay? Hindi naging madali ang pagresolba sa suliranin dahil ito ay masalimuot at may maraming aspektong kailangang suriin. So ano ang kasing kahulugan guys ng masalimuot? Ayan, so pag sinabing masalimuot guys, naging complicated or magulo na. So, ang sagot natin dito is magulo at komplikado. Ayan. Ang kanyang pangamba ay napatunayang may batayan ng magsimulang bumaba ang kita ng kumpanya. So, anong kasing kahulugan ng pangamba? Ayan. So, pag sinabing pangamba, nangangamba ka, nag-aalala ka, natatakot ka. Okay? So, letter B. Number 39. Ang punong guro ay kilala sa kanyang kagyat na pagtugon sa mga suliraning kinakarap ng paaralan. Ano ang kasing kahulugan ng kagyat? Ayan, so pag sinabing kagyat guys, mabilis na pagtugon. Ayan, so mabilis. So, ito. So agaran. Ayan. Pwede mo namang gamitin ito guys kung hindi mo alam yung meaning ng kagyat. Ilagay mo yung agaran dyan. So pag binasa mo na yan, ang punong guro ay kilala sa kanyang agaran na pagtugon sa mga suliraning kinakarap ng paralan. So yun yung magiging tamang sagot. Okay? Ayan, so meron ulit tayo dito ng reading comprehension. So may passage tayo dito. Public libraries provide free access to books, digital resources, and educational programs. They help promote literacy and lifelong learning among community members. So, which statement is supported by the passage? A. Libraries are only for students. B. Libraries charge fees for all services. C. Libraries contribute to lifelong learning. D. Libraries discourage reading. Ayan. So, obvious naman guys. Kung mapapansin nyo naman kasi sa choices, yung iba naman kasi is mga negative sila, di ba? And letter silang naman yung maganda yung sinasabi, libraries contribute to lifelong learning. So, mababasa nyo naman yan guys sa ating passage. Okay? Ayan. And punta naman tayo ngayon guys sa ating analytical ability. So, number 41, what number comes next? So, number series kagad, no? So, kapag nagsosolve kayo guys ng number series, titignan nyo yung number nyo kung increasing ba or decreasing or alternating. So, since increasing siya, titignan nyo ngayon yung difference ng mga numbers. Okay? Yan. So, sa una, 7 and 11, ang difference nila is plus 4. 11 and 19, ang difference nila is plus 8. Okay? Sa 19 and 35, ang difference nila is plus 16 and 35 plus dito sa 67, that is plus 32. So, obvious naman guys yung pattern natin, 4, 8, 16, 32. So, nagta-times 2 lang siya, di ba? Or nagdodoble. So, kailangan guys yung last na dito mag-plus, doble natin yung 32, magiging 64 na. So, 64 guys plus 67. Okay? And that is equal to 131. So, letter C. Okay, so number series pa rin. So, 2, 6, 15, 31, 56, and then blank. So, tignan ulit natin guys yung mga differences nila. 2 and 6, may difference yan na plus 4. 6 and 15, ilan yung difference niyan? 9. 15 and 31, ilan yan? 16, di ba? Plus 16. And 31 plus 56, that is plus 25. So, kung mapapansin nyo guys, yung mga differences nila, 4, 9, 16, 25. Dapat kabisado nyo guys yung mga numbers natin, kung anong klaseng mga numbers ito. So, kung mapapansin nyo kasi guys, yung mga numbers natin is mga perfect square numbers. So, 4 guys, that is 2 squared. 9, that is 3 squared. 16 is 4 squared. 25 is 5 squared. So, yan yung pattern natin na nagamit. Okay? So, dapat guys, sa next na number natin sa series natin is 6 squared na. Yung madadagdag So, 6 squared guys, that is 6 times 6, di ba? Or 36. So, dapat guys, plus 36 na tayo dito. So, 56 guys, plus 36 dapat. Okay, so 56 plus 36, that is 92. Okay, so 92 ang sagot natin, letter A. What number comes next? Ayan, so mapapansin nyo guys, yung mga numbers natin is decreasing na. So obviously, yung mga difference nila is, yan, pababa na, di ba? I mean, yung mga gap nila is negative na. Okay? So, 100 naging 97, that is minus 3 na, di ba? Yung 97 naging 91, minus 6 siya. 91 minus 82. So, ilan yan guys? 8, 9. Ayan. So, minus 9. 82 and 70, that is minus 12. So, obvious naman guys yung pattern natin Ayan. So, meron siyang pattern. So, 3, 6, 9, 12. So, ang susunod dyan, nagma-minus 3 lang naman siya palagi. So, negative 15 na yung susunod. So, 70 minus 15, ilan yan? Okay. So, that is 55. or letter B? Okay, so number series pa rin. Medyo madami-dami tayong number series dito. What number comes next? 1, 3, 8, 18, 38. So, tignan ulit natin guys yung mga differences nila. So, 1 naging 3, nag-plus 2. 3 naging 8, nag-plus 5. 8 naging 18, nag-plus 10. And 18 naging 38, nag-plus 20. Ayan, so anong possible na pattern kaya natin dito guys? Kasi wala tayong makitang pattern sa mga difference eh. 2, 5, 10, 20. Wala tayong makita, di ba? Ayan, so kapag wala tayong makita, syempre, different approach naman tayo, di ba? Okay, so, yung 1, ano yung pwedeng operation dyan, kaya naging 3. Okay, so pwedeng nag-multiply, di ba? And nag-add. Okay, so try natin ha, kasi may napansin rin ako dito. Pwedeng 1 times 1, then plus 2. Diba? Kasi 1 times 1 is 1, plus 2 is 3. Same lang rin dito. 3 times 1 plus 2. Kaya naging 8. 8 times, times 2 pala guys ah. Sorry. Ayan. So 1 times 2 plus 2. 3 times 2 plus 2, 8 times 2 plus 2, 18 times 2, that is 36, plus 2 kaya naging 38. So, yun lang din yung susundan nating pattern guys ha. So, 38 times 2 plus 2. Okay? So, 38 times 2 guys, that is 76. Then, plus 2 tayo, magiging 78. Okay? So, sagot natin guys, letter B, 78. Okay, so what comes next on the letter series? So ito guys, kapag letter series guys, kung hindi nyo naman kabisadong magbilang sa mga daliri ninyo, ay suggest na isulat nyo na lang lahat ng merong letters sa ating alphabet, di ba? So sulat natin ha, medyo matrabaho pero at least hindi ka malilito, di ba? G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So, si unang letter guys, D. Paano siya napunta sa G? Magbilang tayo. 1, 2, 3. Tatlong step. Si G, paano napunta sa K? Magbilang tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apat na steps. Si K, paano napunta sa P? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps. And si P naman, papuntang V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 steps. So, may pattern tayo, guys. So, dapat yung next step na natin is 7 steps na. Okay? So, from B, magbilang lang tayo ng 7 beses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, sagot natin dito, guys, is letter C. Letter C pa rin. Okay? So, yun, no? So, kailangan lang talaga masundan nyo yung pattern and tama yung pagbibilang natin para hindi tayo malito. Okay? Ayan. So, letter series na may dalawang letters. Okay. So, A, B, D, E, G, H, J, K. So, anong mapapansin nyo dito, guys? Ayan. So, napansin ko dito, magkakasunod yung mga letters natin, no? A, kasunod niya si B. D, kasunod niya si E. G, H, JK. Ayan. So, dapat yung answer din natin dito magkasunod rin, di ba? Ayan. So, tignan natin yung pattern natin, ha. Hindi natin kabisado, okay lang. Isulat natin yung alphabet. Okay? Pero kung kabisado nyo naman, edi mas maganda. AB, nalagtawan si C. DE, nalagtawan si F. GH, nalagtawan si I. JK, ibig sabihin, lalagtaw tayo ng isa dito. JK, si L. Okay? So, ang next na dito is MN. Okay? So, sagot natin guys is MN or letter B. 47, what comes next on our letter series? MKHD. Ayan. So, medyo nahirapan kayo guys. Sabi ko nga kanina, isulat nyo lang yung alphabet natin. O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So, unang letter natin guys is letter M, di ba? Ayan. So, kahit pala hindi na natin sinulat yung mga iba. Pero okay lang yan. So, M napunta sa K. So, bilangin natin 1, 2. So, ngayon guys, paatras naman, no? Backward naman. And then, 2 steps yung nagamit natin. So, si K naman papunta sa H. So, 1, 2, 3. Tatlo naman. Si H papunta sa D. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, apat naman. And, ayun. So, nakita na natin guys yung pattern natin. So, backward yung movement natin and meron na tayong pattern 2, 3, 4. So, ang kasunod na dapat dyan is 5 steps. So, magbilang tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, sagot natin dito guys is Y. Yan yung panglima. Okay? So, letter Y. Ayan. So, C, Y. Okay? Ayan. So, coding na naman tayo, no? So, medyo maraming nahirapan nung last. Pero sinasabi ko sa inyo, madali lang naman to. Okay? So, if government is coded as, titignan mo lang naman yung mga letters, guys. Government. Ayan. So, paano naging H, P, W, F, S, O, N, F, O, U. So, mapapansin nyo kasi guys, magkasunod lang na letter, di ba? G ang kasunod niya si H, O, P, V, W, E, F, R, S. So, may idea ka na kagad. Okay? So, i-code natin guys yung word na school. Sulat lang natin ha. So, dapat kasunod niya lang ha. S ang kasunod niyang letter, T. Si C, D. Si H, I. Si O, P, P. And si L naman is si M. So, ito guys yung code natin for school. TDI, PPM, or letter A. Ayan. So, syllogism naman tayo guys ha. All auditors are accountants. Some accountants are consultants. So, maraming nahihirapan dito, no? Pero madali lang to kapag alam nyo gumawa ng Venn diagram or arrow diagram natin. Okay? So, gawan lang natin guys ng Venn diagram. All auditors are accountants. Kung andito si auditor, AD. So, since all yung keyword, so masasakop lahat ni accountant or AC. And then, some accountants are consultants. So, andito si accountant, some yung keyword. So, dapat may mag-overlap na part ni consultant. So, yan na guys yung ating Venn diagram sa ating dalawang statements. Okay? So, which statement is definitely true? So, tignan natin guys kung anong conclusion ang magsasatisfy using our Venn diagram na ginawa. Sa choice A, all consultants are auditors. Consultants, auditors. So, malayo. So, X. X na kagad yan. B, some auditors are consultants. Some auditors are consultants. Still guys, hindi guaranteed. Walang sinabi. Based na rin sa Venn diagram natin. So, X pa rin to. Okay? And C, all auditors are accountants. All auditors, andito yung bilog ni auditors. Andito yung bilog ni accountants. And obvious pala guys kasi directly mentioned naman sa ating first statement yan. All auditors are accountants. So, kahit hindi mo na gawin itong ating Venn diagram is masasagutan mo siya. So, letter C yung sagot natin. Number 50. All public school teachers are government employees. Some government employees are lawyers. So, gawan lang natin guys ng Venn diagram. Okay? Okay. Or kahit hindi na pala. Kasi, tignan nyo ha. Yung first statement natin, kinopya lang naman dito sa letter D. Pareho lang sila. So, tulad lang rin nung kanina. So, no need gumawa ng Venn diagram. Basahin na natin kagad yung mga choices. Mapapansin nyo, pareho lang naman siya sa statement. Okay? So, letter D. So, number 51. All submitted reports must be reviewed by the supervisor. Parang ano na naman, no? The budget report was submitted. Ayan. So, kung mapapansin nyo kasi guys, parang yung choice A is yun lang din naman. Di ba? All submitted reports must be reviewed by the supervisor. The budget report was submitted. Ayan. So, kung si budget report, ayan. So, hindi pala siya ano, no? Lahat ng submitted report ay reviewed by supervisor. 'Di ba? And sabi dito, yung budget report is na-submit. So, equal na rin to doon sa submitted report. Si budget report, submitted report na rin siya. Therefore, yung budget report or submitted report is pasok na rin siya sa ni-review ng supervisor. So, letter A yung sagot natin. Okay? Number 52, only employees with valid IDs may enter the records room. Lisa entered the records room, therefore, si Lisa ay, ayan. So, kung kapag meron ka daw ID, and employee ka, employee plus meron kang ID, makakapasok ka sa record room. Nakapasok si Liza. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang ID, di ba? And employee rin siya. Okay? So, sagot natin dito, Liza has a valid ID. Okay? So, letter B. Number 53, every applicant who passes the written exam will be scheduled for an interview. Mark passed the written exam. Okay. So, lahat daw ng applicant na nakapasa sa written exam will be scheduled for an interview. Ayan, may interview ka. Ayan. Mark passed the written exam. Kung pumasa na si Mark, meron na siya dito, okay na siya dyan, ibig sabihin, ano yung assumption natin dyan? Siyempre, makakapasok rin siya, mai-interview rin siya, di ba? Ayan, so since meron na siya nito, may interview na rin siya. Okay? So, letter B. Ayan. So, a meeting starts at 8:15 a.m. and lasts for 2 hours and 45 minutes. What time does it end? Ayan. So, kung nag-start daw ng meeting ng 8:15 a.m., so, after 2 hours and 45 minutes, so, anong oras na? Ayan. So, i-add lang naman natin yan. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Ayan. So, 45 plus 15, guys, 60 minutes, di ba? And 60 minutes is equivalent sa 1 hour. So, pwede lang natin siyang i-carry na yun na lang yung 1 hour dito. So, 0, 0 na yan. So, 8 plus 2 plus 1, that is 11 o'clock na. 11 a.m. Okay? So, letter B. Number 55. If today is Wednesday, what day will it be 10 days from now? Ayan. So, alam naman natin guys na meron tayong 7 days or 7 days na or 7 day of a week, di ba? So, meron tayong Saturday or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Ayan. So, 7, di ba? So, kung ngayon daw is Wednesday, ayan, what day will it be 10 days from now? So, 10 days from now, so magbibilang lang tayo. Pero, since 10 days naman yan, lagpas naman yan ng 7, alam naman kasi natin, after 7 days, bumabalik lang rin sa initial na araw. Ngayon, since 10 days, ang gagawin natin dyan, i-divide natin yung 10 sa 7. So, 10 times 10 divided by 7, that is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. So, meron siyang remainder na 3. Ito lang yung importante dyan, guys. Huwag nyong papakialaman yung mga sagot. Okay? So, 3, ibig sabihin, mag-move lang tayo ng 3 steps. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. So, ibig sabihin, guys, Saturday na tayo. After 10 days. So, letter B. A library opens at 7:30 a.m. and closes at 5:30 p.m. How many hours is it open? Ayan. So, mag-start daw yung library na mag-open sa 7:30 and magko-close siya ng 5:30. So, bibilangin lang natin, guys. Okay? So, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4:30, 5:30. Then, bilangin natin So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, 10 hours guys na naka-open yung ating library. So, letter C. So, number 57. 4 students took a test. Mia scored higher than Jan. Ayan, so ranking ito, no? So, si Mia daw, ayan. So, si Mia, mas mataas yung nakuha niya kay Jan. So, ipunta natin si Jan dito sa baba. Jan scored higher than Leo. So, mas mataas naman daw yung score ni Jan kay Leo. Ibig sabihin, nasa baba rin si Leo. Leo scored higher than Kate. And mas mataas naman si Leo kay Kate. So, nasa baba si Kate. So, ito guys, yung arrangement nila sa nakuha nilang score, no? So, from highest to lowest. So, highest si M or si Mia. Highest, second to the highest, so which is yung tinatanong, who got the second highest score? So, si Jan. So, letter B yung sagot natin. Okay. So, number 58, pen is to writing as shovel is to. Yan. So, analogy tayo, no? So, anong relationship, guys, ng pen doon sa writing? Well, obviously, yung pen is pinapansulat natin. 'Di ba? Yun yung gamit natin pansulat. Ngayon, ano yung gamit natin sa shovel? Okay, so pag sinabing shovel, guys, pala yan. Pala. So, ginagamit natin to dig. Ayan, so digging. So, letter A yung sagot natin. Ayan, so 59, doctor is to patient as teacher is to blank. Okay, so anong relationship, guys, ng doctor doon sa patient? So, kung doktor ka, may pasyente ka, ibig sabihin yun yung tinatrabaho mo, 'di ba? Or binibigyan mo ng service. Ayan. So, yung teacher, ano naman yung binibigyan niya ng service, yung tinuturuan niya? Syempre, yung mga estudyante. So, letter B. Compass is to direction as thermometer is to blank. Ayan. So, anong relationship ng compass tsaka direction? Okay. So, yung compass, guys, is yung nagbibigay ng direction or yung ginagamit natin para ma-determine natin kung nasaan na ba tayo, kung ano yung direction natin, doon natin makikita, 'di ba? So, ano naman, guys, yung makikita natin sa thermometer? Ano naman yung mini-measure ng thermometer? Ayan. So, that is temperature. Seed is to tree as idea is to blank. Okay. So, seed, paano naging tree yan? Ayan. So, syempre, yung seed, kapag tinanim mo, kapag lumaki, nag-grow, ayan, so magiging tree. So, ano naman, guys, ang mangyayari kapag yung idea is lumaki? Okay. So, A, thought, B, plan, C, innovation, D, memory. Okay. So, ang tamang sagot dito, guys, sige, isa-isain natin baka malito kasi kayo dito. So, idea, nung lumaki, A, thought, X pa rin yan. Kasi thought pa rin yan eh. Hindi mo naman na-apply siya. Hindi mo naman napalaki. Still, thought, idea pa rin siya. Okay? And also yung plan, ganun pa rin. Hindi mo pa rin naman siya in-apply or pinalaki. So, mali pa rin yan. Innovation, guys. Ayan. So, ito yung tamang sagot. Innovation. Kapag meron kang idea and kapag lumaki yun, nagiging innovation. Okay? And dito naman sa D kasi memory, so still hindi pa rin siya yung tamang sagot. So sagot natin dito, guys, is letter C. Yan. Eye is to seeing as ear is to. Okay, so yung eye natin, ang gamit niyan is para makakita tayo. Yung ear natin, ano yung gamit niyan? Ayan. Hearing, listening, sound, music. Parang pare-pareho pa rin, no? Parang pwede pa rin. So tignan natin yung natin, pangalawa natin. So, nose is to smelling. So, yun yung gamit ng ilong natin. As tongue is to blank. Ayan. So, anong gamit ng tongue natin, guys? Ayan. So, panlasa, 'di ba? Para maka-taste tayo. So, ma-identify natin na meron dito tasting, 'di ba? So, ibig sabihin tasting and hearing. So, pasok naman siya dun sa ear na hearing. Pasok naman siya yung tongue dito sa tasting. So, letter A yung sagot natin. Okay? So, ayan. So, for question number 63 to 65, meron tayo ditong graph for data interpretation. Okay. So, tignan natin, guys, yung mga yung mga question. In which year was the difference between the sales of product A and product B the greatest? So saang year daw yung pinakamalaki yung difference ng product A and product B? So tingin tayo guys ha. Ayan. So ilan yung gap niyan? Sa 2019, 10 lang, di ba? Ayan. So 55 and 45 still 10 pa rin yung gap niyan. Wait lang, wag nating tatakpan. 70 and 40. Ayan. So obvious naman guys, andito yung pinakamalaking difference nila. Andito, medyo malaki to. 30 yung difference. So what year siya? That is year 2021. So sagot natin dito guys is letter C, 2021. What was the total sales of product A from 2019 to 2023? 2019 to 2023. So i-total lang natin, no? Product A siya yung kulay blue. So i-add lang natin lahat. Okay? So 45 plus 55 or 40 plus 55 plus 70 plus 65 plus 80. So i-add lang natin yan. 10 carry 1, 10, 17, 23, 31. Ayan. So 310 in 1,000 to, no? Ayan. So 310,000 units. Next, what was the average annual sales of product B during the 5-year period? Okay, product B naman tayo ha, and average yung tinatanong, product B. Product B siya yung kulay green, 30, 45, 40, 60, 60, 75. So para makuha natin guys yung average, kailangan nating kunin muna yung sum nila. Kasi ang formula natin for average is the sum over kung ilan man yung inad natin or ilan yung bilang nila. So i-divide natin, di ba? So since 5 naman, so i-divide natin ng 5. Pero kunin muna natin guys yung sum nila. Okay? So 30, 45, 40, 60, 75. So i-add natin 10, 8, 12, 18, 250, di ba yung sum nila? And yung 250 guys, i-divide natin, ilang year ba yan? 5, di ba? So i-divide natin ng 5. So that is 5 and may 0. So 50 guys. So 50 ang sagot natin, 50,000. Okay, so letter B. For question 66 to 69 naman, ito yung gagamitin natin na graph, no? So, monthly rainfall in a city. Ito yung mga graph natin, ha. Ito yung mga months, and ito naman yung rainfall natin in millimeters. So, tignan natin yung tanong. Which month recorded the highest rainfall? So, very basic lang naman. Titignan mo lang kung saan ba yung pinakamataas na graph natin, which is 150, month of June. Okay, so June, letter B. Next, what was the total rainfall during the first quarter? So, pag sinabing first quarter, guys, ayan, so sinulat ko na January to March. Okay? So, January to March, itotal lang natin. January, February, tsaka March. 25 plus 55, ilan yan? 70 plus 40, so 110. I-add mo lang itong tatlo. Okay? Ayan, so letter A. Tama ba, letter A? Wait lang, baka nagkamali tayo eh. 25 plus 55. Ayan, sabi ko nga mali tayo. 80 yun. Tapos 40, 120. Okay, so 120 yung tamang sagot natin. So letter C. 68 between which two consecutive months was the greatest increase in rainfall recorded? Okay, tingnan natin ha. So saan yung pinakamataas na increase diyan? So by observation na lang guys, para mabilis yung pagsosolve natin. Tignan natin to, medyo malaki yung tinaas dito eh. 55 tsaka 90. Minus nga natin. 35 yung tinaas niya. 90 tsaka 120. 30 lang, di ba? And 120 naging 150. So 30 lang din. So dito guys, yung pinakamataas na increase. 55 naging 90. Okay? So, March and April siya. So, tignan natin ha. Ayan. So, March to April guys. Double check lang natin. Yan. So, tama naman no? Okay. So, next. What was the total rainfall from June to September? So, bibilangin natin guys kung ilan ba yung total rainfall nila from June to September. Ayan. So, babalik lang tayo dun ha. June to September. Ito, kasali to, kasali to, kasali to, kasali to. Okay? So, i-add lang natin lahat. 150, 140, 110, tsaka 80. So, 0, 8, 9, 13, plus 5, 18, plus 1, 480 guys, di ba? Tama ba yung 480 natin? Ayan, so letter C dapat. So, 69 letter C. Okay? Okay, so last number na pala tayo guys sa analytical ability. So, meron tayo ditong abstract reasoning. So, figure series. So, medyo madali lang to, no? So, mapapansin nyo yung bilog na nasa loob ng boxes natin is may bilang. So, yung unang box, merong isang bilog. Sa pangalawa, merong 2, 3, 4. Therefore, kailangan 5 na yung next sa series natin. So, bibilangin mo lang yung letter A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 bilog sa loob ng box. So, ito na yung tamang sagot. Letter A. Ayan, so punta naman tayo guys sa numerical ability. What is the value of? Ayan, so meron tayo ditong expression and kailangan nating isolve. So from left to right yung pag-solve natin guys ha. And dapat alam din natin yung PEMDAS natin. Okay? So muna guys yung mga multiplication and division. So dito muna tayo. Ayan, so 72 divided by 9 guys, ilan yan? That is 9, di ba? And then, copy muna natin to times 5 minus 9. Okay? So, inuna natin yun ha. 9 times 5 naman, ilan yan? That is 45. Minus 9, ilan yan? That is 36. So, sagot natin dito guys is letter B. Yan. So, 72. Basic operation lang ulit. Negative 25 plus 18 minus minus. Kapag nakakita kayo guys ng minus na magkasunod, magiging plus na yan. So, pag nire-write natin, 25 plus 18 plus 12. So, itong negative guys, yung negative minus 25, pwede mo lang naman ilipat yan sa kabila kung naguguluhan ka dyan. So, magiging 18 plus 12 minus 25. Ganyan. Pwede lang yan. So, kahit ano naman guys yung unahin mo, either mag-add ka or mag-subtract ka, pareho lang naman ng magiging sagot. 18 plus 12, that is 30, minus 25, that is 5. Or letter B. Ayan, so fraction naman tayo guys ha. 5 over 6 plus 3 over 4. Okay, so kapag hindi magkapareho guys yung ating denominator, so hindi mo pwedeng basta-bastang i-add lang yan. Okay, so ang gagawin natin dito is to cross multiply. 5 times 4, that is 20. Kopyahin natin guys yung operation plus 6 times 3, that is 18, over, i-multiply natin to, nasa denominator, 6 times 4, that is 24. And then, pwede nang i-add yung nasa numerator, that is 38, over 24. Ang kaso, yung mga nasa sagot kasi natin is naka-mixed number siya. So, ang gagawin natin, i-convert natin into mixed number. Okay? Ayan. So, i-divide lang natin guys, 38 divided by 24. So, para mas maganda guys, para mas madali yung ano natin, yung pag-divide natin, i-simplify muna natin to or i-reduce natin sa lowest term. Okay? So, i-divide natin, I think pwede siyang i-divide ng 2 pareho. So, magiging 19 na to. Itong 24 naman, magiging 12. Ayan. So, mas madali na kasi mas konti na siya. Mas simplified na. Ayan. So, 19 divided by 12, that is 1. 1 times 12 is 12. So, pag pinag-minus mo yan, ang sagot dyan is 7. Okay? And para magawa natin siyang mixed number, kokopyahin natin yung sagot. Yan na yung whole number niya. Yung remainder, yun yung magiging numerator niya. Yung pinandivide, yan yung magiging denominator niya. So, ito na yung final answer natin, guys. 1/7/12 or letter B. Ayan, so basic operation, guys, ng decimal, no? So, 12.75 minus 4.68. So, kailangan mo lang naman, guys, itapat yung whole numbers nila. Or dapat magkatapat, guys, itong mga decimal point nila. And kung saan yung mga decimal point sa sagot, dapat doon lang rin. Magkatapat lang sila. And pwede mo na silang i-minus. So, 75 minus 68, that is, may 6 yan. So, 7, 0 na to. 12 minus 4, that is 8. So, sagot natin dito, guys, 8.07 or letter B. Number 75, a shirt worth 800 pesos is discounted by 15%. What is the discount? Okay? So, ang gagawin mo lang naman dito, either chop-chop method or i-multiply mo, pwede lang naman yon. So, ang gagawin natin, i-multiply na lang natin siya. Okay? So, 800 yung original cost, i-multiply natin sa 0.15. Or yan yung decimal niya kapag ginawa mong decimal itong percentage. Okay? So, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 8 is 40, 1 times 800. So, 800 lang din. So, i-add natin yan, magiging 12,000. Pero, bibilangin mo ngayon kung ilang decimal places. So, 1, 2, dalawa. So, mag-move ka lang rin dito ng dalawa, papuntang left. So, final answer natin dito, guys, is 120 pesos or letter C. Ayan, so ratio naman tayo. The ratio of men to women is 7:5. If there are 84 men, how many women are there? Okay, so 7:5. Ibig sabihin, guys, men to women. Ito, guys, yung ratio ni men. Ito naman yung ratio ni women. Okay? Ayan. So, pwede lang kasing gawing guys, fraction. So, 7:5, pwedeng gawing fraction, 7/5. And alam natin, guys, na ayan, men is to women tayo. Nasa taas dapat si men. Okay? And given, guys, yung kung ilan si men, di ba? So, given naman which is 84. So, ang hinahanap natin ngayon is si women. So, meron na tayong equation. So, para ma-solve natin to, guys, pwede mo lang namang i-cross multiply or pwede mo namang i-divide itong 84 dito sa 7. Pareho lang naman. So, 84 divided by 7 times 5. Pwede lang yan. Okay? And pwede mo lang rin namang i-multiply na to. 84 times 5. Then divide mo na lang sa 7. Pareho lang yan. Okay? And ang sagot natin dyan, guys, 84 divided by 7. That is 12 times 5. So 60. So letter C ang ating sagot. Ayan. So what is the square root of 0.0081? So lumabas to, guys, sa nakaraang civil service exam, no? So paano nga ba i-solve to ng mabilisan? So ang gagawin mo lang dyan, guys, bibilangin mo kung ilang decimal places, no, yung meron sa ating given. So 0.0081. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Apat, di ba? Yang apat na yan, guys, always i-divide mo yan ng 2. So that is 2. Tandaan nyo yan, ha? So, ang square root na lang natin dito, guys, yung dulo na part or yung non-zero number, which is si 81. And alam naman natin, square root ni 81, that is 9. Ngayon, yung sagot natin kanina na 2, yan yung gagamitin nating step papuntang left para makuha natin yung sagot. So, di ba meron tayong sagot na 9? Andito na yung decimal point kasi whole number. Mag-move lang tayo, guys, ng dalawa. Papuntang left. 1, 2. Andito na yung decimal point. Magdagdag ka na lang ng 0 dyan. So, sagot natin is 0.09 or 0.09. Okay? So, letter A. Find the GCF or greatest common factor of 48 and 72. Okay. So, pag sinabing greatest common factor, guys, kailangan nating mag-factor, di ba? by the word factor. So, kailangan i-factor si 48 and i-factor si 72. So, anong factor ng 48 guys? Ayan. So, pwedeng 12 times 4, di ba? And 12, pwede pa rin naman yan. Pwedeng 4 times 3. And yung 4, pwede pa rin yan 2 times 2. So, 72 naman, para ma-factor natin yan, ang factor niyan is 12 times 6. And yung 6, pwede pa yan 3 times 2. Yung 12, pwede pa yan 4 times 3. And 4, pwedeng 2 times 2. Pero, ang kukunin lang natin dyan is yung greatest. Greatest na common sa factor nila. Kaya greatest common factor. Ayan. So, mapapansin nyo, ang pinakamalaking number dyan na common sa kanila is 12. Diba? So, yan na ba guys yung sagot natin? Hindi pa. Kasi mayroon pa dito. Common rin sa kanila yung 4. Wait lang Ayan, wait lang. May hindi tayo na factor guys. Itong 4 pala dito, factorable pa siya. That is 2 times 2. Ayan. So, common pa. 'Di ba sa left side niya or sa left branch niya, nakuha na natin yung pinakamalaking number which is si 12. Meron pa naman kasi dito sa kanan which is meron pa tayong 2 dito. Ayan. So, ang gagawin natin dyan, yung 12 na common sa kanila, i-times 2 pa natin. Okay? Kaya ang magiging sagot natin dito is 24. Ibig sabihin guys, pwedeng ang factor ng 48 and 72 is 24 times 2 tsaka 24 times 3. Ayan. So, 24 guys yung common sa kanila. Okay? So, sagot natin dito is letter C. Yan. So, 79, if 3x plus 8 is equal to 29, find the value of x. So, basic algebra to guys. 3x plus 8 is equal to 29. Pwede lang ilipat itong 8 sa kabila. So, magiging 3x is equal to 29 minus 8. So, 3x is equal to 21. And divide na lang natin both side ng 3. Makancel si 3. X na lang yung matitira. And 21 divided by 3, that is 7. So, letter C. Question number 80. Age problem naman tayo. 5 years ago, so pag sinabing ago guys, ibig sabihin, nasa past yan. So kailangan nating i-atras ng 5 years yung ating mga variables. Okay? A father was 4 times as old as his son. So bago tayo mag-solve guys, mag-represent muna tayo ng mga variables. Si father magiging x, si son magiging variable y. Okay? So gawan natin to guys ng equation. A father was 4 times as old as his son. So, si father daw na x, tandaan nyo, nasa past tayo, mag-minus 5 tayo. Okay? Sa lahat ng variables. Is equal to 4 times. So, 4 times yung kanyang son na y. So, mag-minus 5 lang rin tayo. Okay? So, that will be our first equation. And then, the son was 10 years old then. Ito yung tatandaan nyo guys Old then. So, ibig sabihin guys, yung age daw niya noon, yung son niya is 10 years old. Di ba guys, itong y minus 5, yan yung age ni son noon sa past, di ba? 5 years ago, ito yung age niya. So, given siya guys, which is ito, 10 years old din. So, ito guys, yung y minus 5, mababago yan completely. Magiging 10 na yan. Okay? So, copyin natin to. Ibig sabihin guys, ito na yung final equation natin. So, pinalitan lang natin guys ng 10 itong y minus 5. Ngayon, isusolve na natin guys yung variable x or yung age ni father. So, x minus 5 is equal to 4 times 10 or 40. X is equal to 40. Ililipat mo yung negative 5, magiging positive 5. So, x is equal to 45. So, letter B. Okay, so number 81. A can finish a job in 8 days and B can finish it in 12 days. Working together, how long will they take? Yan, so meron tayong shortcut guys kapag ang hinahanap is yung rate nila working together. So that is product over sum. So 8 times 12. Pag sinabing product, multiply. Pag sinabing sum, so add natin 8 plus 12. Okay? So, 8 times 12 guys, that is 96. 8 plus 12, that is 20. Ayan. So, i-divide natin yan. 96 divided by 20, that is 4. 4 times 20 is 80. May naiwan na 16. Maglalagay tayo ng decimal point para pwede tayong magdagdag ng 0. So, 160 divided by 20, that is 8. So, final answer natin dito guys is 4.8 days. Or letter A. A bus travels 360 kilometers in 6 hours. At the same rate, how far will it travel in 9 hours? Okay, so meron tayong formula guys, 'di ba? Alam natin yung triangle natin. Speed is equal to distance over time. Or speed is equal to distance over time. So, pwede lang namang i-plug in na yung sa first statement natin. Okay? 360 daw yung distance and 6 hours. So, makukuha natin guys yung speed natin, 360 divided by 6, that is 60 kilometers per hour. Yung speed natin na, and sabi dito, at the same rate, same daw na speed, how far? Pag sinabing how far, gaano kalayo? So, distance naman ngayon yung hinahanap natin. And alam naman natin na kapag distance yung hinahanap natin, ang formula natin dyan is speed times time. So, base lang din dito. Okay? So, plug in lang tayo, yung nakuha natin na 60 na speed, yung time natin na 9 hours. So, makukuha natin guys yung distance, which is, pag pinag-multiply natin yan, that is 540 kilometers. Okay, so letter C. What digit is the hundreds place? Ayan, so may mga pangalan kasi guys, itong mga digits natin, no? So, kapag whole number, magsisimula tayo sa ones digit. Yung ones digit, siya yung number, whole number sa pinaka-left natin. So, dito yun, no? So, ang tawag dyan is ones digit or digits, unit digits. Yung 7 naman, siya si tens. And yung 3, syempre, hundreds. Ayan. So, yung hinahanap guys, hundreds digits. So, siya si number 3 or letter A. A solution contains 30 liters of alcohol and 70 liters of water. What percent is alcohol? Ayan. So, solution daw merong 30 liters alcohol, 70 liters water. So, ang tinatanong, ilang percent yung alcohol sa solution natin. Okay? So, syempre guys, madali lang naman to, di ba? So, kailangan lang nating, anong tawag dito? I-divide, no? Yung, or kahit ano na lang natin, rekta na natin, mentalin na lang natin. Kasi madali lang naman guys. So, pag sinabing solution kasi, yan. So, combination yan ng 2 or more element. Okay? So, kapag tinotal mo yan, kapag minix mo yan, magiging solution siya, di ba? So, kapag minix mo yan, 30 liters plus 70 liters, magiging 100 liters yung solution natin. Okay? Ang tinatanong is what percent of alcohol? So, 30 yung alcohol over sa total 100 liters. So, obvious naman kasi guys na 30% kasi nga per 100 yung ating percent. So, 30 over 100 is equal to 30%. Ayan. So, letter B. An item costing 2,000 pesos is sold at a 20% markup. What is the selling price? Ayan. So, tinaasan daw, no? 20% markup. So, kailangan mas mahal na yung magiging selling price dito. Okay? So, paano natin isosolve to? So, pwede lang naman na yung 2,000, i-multiply mo siya sa 1.2 or yan yung equivalent ng 120%. Kasi nga nagtaas ka eh. From 100%, tinaas mo ng 20%. So, pag inad mo yan, magiging 120% na yung selling price mo. Pwede lang naman na ganito yung solution. Okay? So, 2 times 0, 0, 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 2,000 is 2,000 pa rin. So, pag inad mo yan, 24,000 isang decimal place. So, mag-move lang din tayo ng isa. So, answer natin dito, 2,400 pesos or letter C. And pwede lang naman na i-chop-chop mo. Kunin mo muna yung 20% ng 2,000 which is 400, diba? And then idagdag mo na lang. Ayan. So, pwede lang naman yan kung gusto nyong ganyan na solution. So, same pa rin sila ng sagot. Ayan. What is the simple interest on 8,000 pesos at 6% per year for 3 years? Ayan ah. So, I suggest kapag nakakita kayo ng mga gantong numbers, malalaking numbers, walang butal, sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang imumultiply nyo lang naman dyan is yung mga non-zeros. Okay? So, pag simple interest guys, alam natin na yung formula natin, IPIN, di ba? I for interest, P for principal or the capital amount, I for interest rate, yung maliit na I, yung N is yung number of years. So, plug in lang tayo dito para makuha natin yung simple interest niya. So, principal na 8,000, interest rate na 6% or kapag ginawang decimal 0.06 and number of years na 3. So medyo malaki-laking number kasi yan, mahirapan tayong mag-multiply, di ba? So ang gagawin natin, ang i-multiply na lang natin yung mga non-zero numbers. 8 times 6 times 3. So 8 times 6 guys, ilan yan? That is 48 and then times 3 na lang natin to. 48 times 3, 24. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2, so 14. So 144, tingin ka ngayon sa choices, saan ba yung may 144 dyan? Si letter C lang naman yun, di ba? So sagot natin dito guys, 1,440 pesos or letter C. Okay? Number 87, find the median of 12, 18, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. So, since naka-arrange naman sila guys, from lowest to greatest, so okay na yan. So pag sinabing median, siya yung nasa gitna or middle. Okay? So, tignan lang natin ha. So, kung ayan. So, kung tinatamad kayong ispatan, so pwede naman kayong mag-cancel. So, ang matitira dito is yung 25, siya yung nasa gitna. So, letter B. A bag contains 4 red, 5 blue, and 6 green balls. What is the probability of drawing a blue ball? Okay. So, ang formula natin guys for probability, that is favorable outcome over total possible outcome. Okay? Kung meron kang bag dito, may mga balls yan. Meron tayong 4 red, may 5 na blue, may 6 na green. So, anong probability guys na kapag bumunot ka sa loob, ayan, kapag kumuha ka sa loob, ang mabunot mong kulay is blue ball. Ayan. So, ang magiging numerator natin guys, madali lang to. Ang magiging numerator natin, since blue ball yung kailangan nating mabunot, bibilangin mo lang kung ilan ba yung blue balls sa loob ng bag. So, 5, di ba? So, yun na yung numerator natin. And for denominator naman, since ang formula natin, nasa baba is total possible outcome, edi i-add mo lang lahat ng mga balls na nasa loob. Or kung ilan man yung pagbubunutan mo. Di ba? So, that is 4 plus 5 plus 6. Okay? So, 5 over 15. Or kapag sinimplify natin yan, magiging, divide natin to ng 3 pareho, or 5 pareho, magiging 3 over, or 1 over 3. So, letter B. Okay, so geometry naman tayo. A rectangle measures 12 centimeters by 8 centimeters. Find its perimeter. So, pag sinabing perimeter, guys, total distance around the polygon. Alam natin yung rectangle natin, meron niyang length and width, di ba? Length yung pinakamahabang side, width yung pinakamaiksing side. Okay, and given naman yung dalawang measurements natin. So, 12 yung mahaba and 8 yung width or yung mas maiksi. So, obvious naman yan. Pag sinabing perimeter, guys, kailangan mong i-add yung mga sides niya. And alam natin, guys, na yung rectangle, same lang siya ng dalawang side. So, ito, kung 12 to, same lang siya sa katapat niya. So, 12 lang rin yan and 8 lang rin to. Okay, so i-add lang naman natin yan. 12 plus 12 plus 8 plus 8. Okay, so 24 plus 16, that is 40. And ang unit is centimeters. So, letter C. Okay. So, number 90 tayo ha. Find the area of a triangle. So, triangle naman. With base 10 centimeters and height 8 centimeters. Ayan. Kung meron tayong triangle dito, ito yung base niya. And ang height niya itong nasa gitna. Ayan. So, meron tayong formula guys for area. That is 1/2 times base times height. So, 1/2 given yung base, that is 10. Yung height given rin, which is 8. Okay. So, pwede mo lang i-multiply na kagad si 80 or 10 times 8, that is 80, then divided by 2. So, that is 40. Or kung hindi ka mahirapan, pwede lang namang i-divide mo na kagad si 10 tsaka si 2. So, magiging 1 to, magiging 5 to. 5 times 8 is also equal to 40. Di ba? So, 40 yung ating area. And ang unit natin pag area is in centimeter squared. Ayan, so angles pa rin, no? One angle of a triangle is 55 degrees. And another is 65 degrees. Find the third angle. So, pag meron tayong triangle dito, guys, lagi nating tatandaan ng internal angle niyan, okay? Interior angle. So, ang total niyan, kapag triangle, always, kahit anong type pa yan ng triangle, kahit anong shape pa yan ng triangle, kahit ganto, kahit sobrang nipis, sobrang tangkad, kahit ano pa man yan, 180 degrees yung total na interior angle niyan. Okay? So, since given na guys yung dalawa, 55 degrees tsaka 65 degrees, so ano yung unknown dito? Ano yung angle nung pangatlo? Obviously, kailangan mo lang silang i-minus. 180 minus 55 minus 65. Ayan. So, makukuha mo na kaagad yung pangatlong angle. Okay? Ayan. So, 180 minus 55. Ilan yan? 25, tama ba? So, 25. 125 minus yung 65. Ayan, so ang hirap mag-mental, no? Baka magkamali na naman tayo dito. Ayan, so 60. 'Di ba? 60 degrees. Okay. So sagot natin guys is 60 degrees yung pangatlong angle natin. So letter C tayo. Find the circumference of a circle with radius 7. Use pi is equal to 22/7. So kapag circle naman guys, ang tawag sa perimeter niya or itong length ng palibot niya is circumference. Ayan. So, ito. Ayan. And given guys yung radius niya. Pag sinabing radius guys, yung linya from the center papunta doon sa gilid. Okay? So, kahit ano naman dyan. Kahit dito, basta from the center papunta sa gilid niya. Okay? So, yun yung radius ha. And yung pi naman guys, ang value ng pi natin either 3.14 or para mas madali in fraction form 2/7. Okay? Pero sinabi naman dito na 22/7 yung gagamitin natin. So meron tayong formula for circumference, that is 2 pi r. 2 times yung gagamitin natin na pi value which is 22/7 times yung radius natin given which is 7, and then makukuha na natin guys yung circumference ng ating circle. So, para mas madali guys, mapapansin nyo dito yung 7 and 7 magka-cancel. Kasi nasa numerator, nasa denominator. So, ang may iwan na lang is 2 times yung 22 sa taas. So, final answer natin dito guys is 44 centimeters. So, letter C. What is the next term? Ayan. So, parang ano to, no? Parang number series lang rin sa analytical ability. Yan. So, pwedeng gamitin nyo yung yung mano-mano. Tignan nyo yung difference. Di ba? 5 yan. Ito, 7. Ito, 9. Ito, 11. So, dapat yung andito is 13 na. So, 13 plus 35, that is 48. Ayan. Pero may introduce ako mamaya guys na solution for arithmetic sequence. Ayan. So, mamaya yan ha. Eto, andito na tayo. Paano naman kapag sobrang haba? Tandaan nyo ha, pang 15th term yung hahanapin natin, 4 pa lang yan. Mahirap naman kung mano-mano hanggang dulo. Kailangan mong isulat yung mga numbers, di ba? So, gamitin natin guys yung formula natin for arithmetic sequence. Okay? So, that is AN is equal to A1 plus N minus 1 times D. Okay? So, pag sinabing AN, depende yan kung anong term yung hinahanap mo. So, dito A15 kasi 15th term, di ba? And pag sinabi namang A1, so may number 1, so first term siya. plus yung n na number of terms. So kung ilang terms yung hinahanap natin, pang 15, di ba? So 15 na rin dapat itong n dito. And difference guys, kung ilan yung difference nila. Okay? So A1 that is 5 plus n natin, so 15th term, so 15 minus 1 times yung difference. Pare-pareho naman yan, no? That is 3. Plus 3 silang lahat, so 3. Okay? So 5 plus 15 times 1 is 14 times 3. 14 times 3, ilan yan? So that is 42. So 5 plus 42. So A15 natin dito guys, or 15th term natin is 5 plus 42, or that is equal to 47, or letter C. Okay? So number 95. What is the next term of the series? Okay. So tignan natin guys yung difference ha. Since next term lang naman yung hinahanap, mas madali talaga na mano-mano. So 4 naging 12, anong pwedeng nangyari diyan? Nag times 3, di ba? 12 naging 36, times 3 lang din. 36 naging 108, so times 3 lang din. So meron na tayong pattern guys. So dapat guys times 3 lang din itong susunod. So 108 times 3, that is 3 times 8 is 24. 2, 3. So sagot natin dito guys, 324. So letter B. What is the missing number? Ayan. So, sabi ko nga kanina guys, kung familiar kayo sa mga numbers natin, unang tingin pa lang, alam mo na kagad yung sagot. Kasi tignan nyo, mga perfect square numbers to. Yang 1, siya si 1 squared. Yang 4, 2 squared. Yang 3, 3 squared. 16, 4 squared. 25, 5 squared. So, dapat 6 squared na to. Or that is equal to 36. So, letter D. Ayan, so 3 consecutive even integers have a number 114. What is the largest number? So 3 consecutive guys na even, no? So pag sinabing consecutive, magkakasunod na number yan. Okay? So ang gagawin lang natin dito, yung sum nila na 114, i-divide mo kung ilan yung number na consecutive. Dito, sinabi naman which is 3. So 114 divided by 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. 11 minus 9 is 2, bring down 4. 24 divided by 3, that is 8. Itong makuha nating sagot guys, which is 38, ilalagay lang natin sa pinaka-gitna. Okay? And then, ano ba yung susunod na even integer dito sa 38? Even ha? Tandaan nyo even. So that is 40, di ba? And before 38 naman, ang even naman dyan is 36. So ito na guys yung tatlong consecutive even numbers natin. Pwede nyo yan i-double check. Kapag pinag-add mo yan, ang sagot dyan is 114. Ngayon, ang hinahanap is si largest integer. So, that is 40 or letter C. Ayan. So, medyo malapit na tayo guys ha. 5 consecutive odd integers have a sum of 145. Ayan. So, 5 naman daw and odd integers naman tayo. Okay? So, kapag pinag-add daw natin ito, kapag in-add natin lahat, ang sagot daw dapat is 145. So, same lang rin ng process guys. Yung 145, i-divide lang natin kung ilan mang number yan. So, that is 5. 145 divided by 5, that is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. And then, 45. So, 45 divided by 5, that is 9. 9 times 5 is 45. So, sagot natin guys na 29, ilalagay natin sa pinaka-gitna. And then, syempre, i-fill in the blanks na lang natin yung mga odd integers natin. So, ang next dito is 31. Next dito is 33. Before 29, 27, and 25. Ayan. So, ang hinahanap guys, what is the middle integer? So, sino ba yung pinakagitna? Siya si 29. So, letter B. A salary of 24,000 pesos is increased by 15%. What is the new salary? Okay. So, pag sinabing increase guys, di ba, yung 100% natin na original number natin, kapag in-increase natin yan, i-add lang natin yan sa kung ilang percent man yung ini-increase. Okay? So, that is 115%. Ngayon, itong 115% guys, yan yung i-multiply natin sa 24,000. Ayan. So, gawin nating decimal guys, no? So, i-move lang natin ng dalawa papuntang left. So, magiging 1.15 kapag ginawang decimal. So, yun lang naman guys yung i-multiply natin sa 24,000. So, 5 times 0, 0, 0. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 plus 2, that is 12. 1 times 0, 0, 0. 1 times 4 is 4, then 2. Same lang din, 1 times 24,000, so 0, 0, 0. Di na nagkatapat. 4, 2. Ayan, so katapat nyan. Plus 0, 0, 0, 0. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. Then 2. Okay? And then, tignan natin guys kung ilang decimal places. 1, 2. So, mag-move lang din tayo dito ng dalawa. So, final answer natin dito guys is 27,600 pesos or letter C. Ayan. So, last number na tayo guys ha. Number 100, a merchant bought an item for 3,200 pesos and sold it for 4,000 pesos. What was the profit percentage? So, meron tayo ditong formula for percent increase or percent decrease. So, same lang naman guys yung profit percentage sa percent increase. Di ba? So, syempre, yung original item mo is 3,2. Binenta mo siya, naging 4,000 yung benta mo. So, kumita ka ngayon ng 800. Di ba? So, yung 800, ilang percent yan sa original cost ng item natin. So, parang yun yung concept, di ba? So, gamitin natin guys yung formula natin for percent increase or percent decrease. That is difference. So, pag sinabing difference, malaking number minus maliit na number over yung old value or original value. And alam naman natin guys, yung original value natin or old value natin is si 3,200. Kasi yan yung unang bili mo nung hindi mo pa tinataasan. And nung tumaas na, naging 4,000 na. So, ito na yung new value. Okay? So, gawin lang natin to. Difference that is 3,200 or mali, 4,000 minus 3,200 over yung old value guys na 3,200. So, that is 800 over 3,200. So, pwedeng i-cancel yung dalawang 0 sa taas and sa baba. So, 8 over 32. Okay? So, ilang percent guys ang 8 over 32? Ayan. So, alam naman natin yan, no, kung kabisado nyo yung multiplication table natin. 8 times 4 kasi is 32. So, dapat kabisado nyo na, that is 25%. Ngayon, sa mga hindi nakakaalam, so, pwede lang naman nating isolve. I-divide natin yung 8 sa 32. Okay? Since mas maliit si 8, kailangan natin maglagay ng decimal point and magdagdag ng 0. 80 divided by 32, that is 2. 2 times 32 is 64. Kapag pinag-minus natin yan, that is 160. Diba? Kasi kailangan natin magdagdag ng another 0 na naman. Okay? And 160 divided by 32 guys, that is 5. So, 5 times 32 is 160. So, itong 0.25 guys, nakadecimal pa siya. Para maging percentage yan, i-move mo lang papuntang right ng dalawang beses. So, magiging 25%. Ayun, so natapos na natin guys yung ating 100 item na mock test number 2, no? So, medyo nakakapagod gumawa ng explanation. Pero sana madami kayong nakuha. Sana makapasa kayo. And sana, ayun, so galingan nyo palalo. And sana mag-subscribe rin kayo sa ating channel, no? Kasi grabe yung effort natin para gawan kayo ng mga ganitong video explanation. So, yun lang guys. I hope natuto kayo sa video na to. Yun lang. Salamat sa panonood. Thank you so much.